Good evening. Tonight we explore a story reshaping Asia and the world. The United States and the Philippines forging a powerful new alliance. This isn't just another agreement, it's a $26 trillion handshake, signaling a bold shift in global power. The partnership goes beyond money, encompassing military strength, economic growth, and a shared vision for a stable region. The U.S. Indo-Pacific Command oversees a region home to over half the world's population and $26 trillion in economic activity. By deepening ties with the Philippines, the U.S. is making one of its boldest strategic moves in decades. This renewed friendship is built on shared interests and mutual respect. Leaders from both nations are signing agreements that will have lasting effects, from new military bases to major investments in technology and infrastructure. We'll hear from President Biden and President Marcos Jr. about why this partnership matters now. But what does this mean for everyday people in Manila or Middle America? How will this $26 trillion move affect jobs, security, and daily life? We'll break down the politics and economics in clear terms, exploring both the benefits and the risks. Understanding this story is key to understanding the direction our world is heading. Stay with us as we unpack this major global development. The future of the Indo-Pacific is being written right now. To see where we're headed, we must understand the past. The U.S.-Philippines relationship began in 1898 with the Spanish-American War, leading to nearly 50 years of American colonial rule. This history is marked by both cooperation and conflict, shaping Filipino identity and the present-day alliance. During World War II, Americans and Filipinos fought side by side, forging a powerful bond. After independence in 1946, the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty became the cornerstone of their military alliance. But the relationship has faced challenges. In the 1990s, nationalist sentiment led to the closure of major U.S. bases. The alliance cooled, showing it requires constant work and shared purpose. In recent years, the Philippines sometimes looked to other powers, creating uncertainty. Yet, deep people-to-people ties and shared democratic values have kept the bond alive. Millions of Filipinos live in the U.S., and American culture remains strong in the Philippines. This long, complex history is the foundation for today's revival. The current partnership is built on lessons learned from a century of shifting ties. As the world changes, so does this alliance, adapting, enduring, and growing stronger. The past is prologue to a new era of cooperation. Why is this shift happening now? The answer lies in the changing Indo-Pacific landscape. China's growing assertiveness, especially in the South China Sea, has created urgency in Manila. Chinese vessels have harassed Filipino boats, raising the stakes for regional security. For the U.S., a stable Indo-Pacific is vital. Global commerce depends on these sea lanes. The Philippines' strategic location makes it a key partner for upholding international law and freedom of navigation. President Marcos Jr. has steered the Philippines back toward its traditional U.S. alliance, vowing to defend every inch of its territory. President Biden has called the U.S. commitment to the Philippines ironclad. Both nations see this as the perfect moment to renew their partnership. The Philippines needs a strong ally. The U.S. needs a reliable partner. This is a calculated move to secure both nations' futures in an uncertain world. The alliance is more relevant now than it has been in decades. At the heart of this partnership is military cooperation. The annual Balikatan exercises, now larger than ever, feature live fire drills and joint naval patrols in the South China Sea. This demonstrates unity and readiness to any potential aggressor. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement (EDCA) has expanded, giving the U.S. access to 9 Philippine bases. These sites are strategically located, some near Taiwan, others facing the South China Sea. The U.S. is investing millions to upgrade runways, build storage, and set up joint training centers. These are not new American bases. They remain under Philippine command, with U.S. forces rotating in and out. This setup allows for rapid response in a crisis and improves interoperability between the two militaries. The U.S. is also providing advanced hardware, patrol boats, drones, and communication systems. This helps the Philippines monitor its vast maritime territory and build credible minimum deterrence. The goal: empower the Philippines to defend itself, with the U.S. as a steadfast ally. Cooperation extends beyond exercises to technology transfer and training. This modern alliance is about flexibility, speed, and shared security. Together, they are building a defense partnership fit for the challenges of the 21st century. The message is clear: the U.S. and the Philippines stand ready, together. The region is watching. Military ties make headlines, but the economic partnership is just as crucial. The $26 trillion figure represents the Indo-Pacific's total economic output. This alliance is about securing and growing that prosperity. In May 2025, a U.S. trade mission announced over $1 billion in new investments in the Philippines. Key sectors include the digital economy, technology, and clean energy. American tech giants are expanding data centers and supporting the Philippines' booming outsourcing industry. The U.S. is also helping develop renewable energy and exploring safe nuclear options, boosting energy independence. Infrastructure is a major focus. Better roads, ports, and airports are being built with U.S. support. The Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment offers transparent, high-quality financing. This creates jobs, modernizes the economy, and strengthens supply chains for both nations. For the Philippines, more jobs, new technology, and a higher quality of life. For the U.S., new markets and secure supply chains for critical goods. By weaving their economies together, both countries are building a partnership for shared, sustainable prosperity. This is about more than defense, it's about a future of opportunity. Beyond politics and big numbers, this alliance impacts real people. In Palawan, fishermen now feel safer venturing to traditional grounds, thanks to joint patrols and better surveillance. In Cagayan, U.S. investment in local infrastructure is creating jobs and boosting small businesses. U.S. military humanitarian projects, like building schools and clinics, benefit local communities. While some worry about increased military presence, many see direct economic and social gains. The alliance also strengthens cultural and educational ties with programs like Fulbright fostering mutual understanding. New investments in technology mean more opportunities for young Filipinos to find high-paying jobs at home. Training and technology transfer are building a skilled workforce for the future. This is how a strategic alliance translates into hope and opportunity. It empowers a new generation to build a better future. The impact is personal, tangible, and lasting. The U.S.-Philippines alliance is being watched closely across Asia. Many Southeast Asian nations, like Vietnam, quietly welcome a stronger U.S. presence as a stabilizing force. They see it as upholding international law and freedom of navigation. Others prefer neutrality, wary of rising tensions and the risk of conflict. Their goal keeps Southeast Asia peaceful and free from great power rivalry. China, however, is the most vocal critic, calling the expanded U.S. presence a direct threat. Beijing accuses the U.S. of a Cold War mentality and trying to contain China. This highlights the delicate balancing act the Philippines must perform. Meanwhile, U.S. allies like Japan and Australia are increasing their own cooperation with the Philippines. They see this alliance as part of a broader network for regional security. The result? A latticework of partnerships making the Indo-Pacific more stable and resilient. The world is watching and responding. What does the future hold? Experts say the alliance's success depends on consistency and follow-through. Dr. Evelyn Santos warns that trust must be reinforced through action, not just words. Richard Chen notes that investment is promising, but real progress depends on improving the business climate and regulatory transparency. If reforms continue, the Philippines could unlock trillions more in trade and development. Retired Admiral James Hawk Miller calls the Philippines the geopolitical linchpin of Southeast Asia. Expanded EDISIA access gives the U.S. flexibility and shows commitment to allies and adversaries alike. The goal isn't to provoke conflict but to deter it and guarantee peace. The alliance must also adapt to new threats: climate change, cybersecurity, and pandemics. Success will require deep cooperation across all sectors, not just military and trade. The foundation being laid today is the strongest in a generation. The outlook, hopeful but demanding sustained effort. The story of this partnership is still being written. Tonight, we've seen how the U.S. and the Philippines are forging a powerful partnership for the 21st century. This is a $26 trillion power move, built on a century of shared history and aimed at securing peace and prosperity. The alliance is reshaping the Indo-Pacific from joint patrols to new investments in technology and clean energy. It's delivering real benefits, enhancing security, creating jobs, and empowering communities. Challenges remain, and the path forward requires careful navigation and sustained commitment. The success of this alliance depends on mutual respect, open communication, and adaptability. The foundation is strong, and the shared vision for a free, open, and prosperous Indo-Pacific is a powerful motivator. This story is about more than geopolitics. It's about the world we want to build, a world where law is respected, trade is free, and people can pursue their dreams. Stay informed, discuss, and share your thoughts. This story affects us all. The future of the Pacific and the world is being shaped right now. Thank you for watching. Good night.